Hello boaters, welcome to Narrowboat Journeys. The day that I'm recording this is the 9th of January 2019, so Happy New Year to you all. This vlog is about my plans for 2019, and it's quite a difficult one for me to make because my plans are not at all certain. I decided I'd do this vlog sitting outside today. The lighting is better, but unfortunately I'm moored, well, not too many miles away from Oxford Airport in Kidlington, and there's hordes and hordes of little tiny aeroplanes flying round and round and round, so they're a bit noisy and they will spoil the audio a little bit, but what can you do? So what am I going to do in 2019? Well, in 2018 I decided not to travel because money was tight and I thought I might be able to find a job. This has proved not to be successful, so money is still incredibly tight, but not travelling I feel is harming my channel, because YouTube is really the only thing I want to do. I want to travel around the canal system making videos as I go, so not travelling around is quite detrimental to my channel. I know I can do other types of videos, but the truth is that I've been pottering around on the South Oxford Canal for quite a while, and in terms of video wise I've covered it pretty thoroughly, and so it's starting to get a little bit boring recording the same old trips over and over again when I really just want to go off and travel. As I've mentioned in a previous vlog, way back in 1999 I got made redundant from a full-time job that I was in, and with the redundancy money I paid off the remaining outstanding balance on the boat, and there was enough left to go travelling, and I did quite a bit of the system back then. I set off to the Oxford Canal, obviously, the Coventry Canal, parts of the Trent and Mersey, Staffs and Worcester, the Shroppie, the Llangollen, then on to Northwich, then back down to the Macclesfield Canal and the Peak Forest Canal. So I did cover a lot of ground, but back then I wasn't doing video. And what I'd really like to do is to go back and do that entire trip again, but this time to video it. This would be really good for the channel. I think everyone would find that interesting. So that's what I'm hoping to do in 2019. The problem is that the money situation is still pretty dire, and so I could set off on the travels and then come to a very unpleasant halt. 2019 is looking like it's going to be a very deciding year for me, one way or another. If it goes well, things will be good. If it doesn't, things could get really, really bad, and I could end up losing the boat. It's that much. There's some things I'll tell you on camera, and there's a few private reasons as well, which I keep to myself. But even so, this year is looking like it could be a bit of a crucial one way or the other, which is why my current thinking is that I'm going to say to hell with it and to travel and to try and make the videos as I go. I don't know how far I'm going to get. It could all crash and burn, literally. I mean, I'm that close to the edge, but I think it would be really good. It'd be great to be on some new ground again, or new water, should I say. The only alternative I can think of really is to stay around here and try and find a job. But if I do that, well, yeah, it'll probably sort out my money worries, but it will reduce the amount of time I've got to make videos, so there'll be less of that, and I also won't be able to travel very far because I'd have to get to work. So it's always a bit of a problem. What I've always wanted really was to have a portable source of income, so something that will just I can travel with and still get by on. I mean, that's the ideal for a continuous cruiser. And the last thing I'd want is a mooring, because I hate staying still in the same place all the time. So the current plan is to go travelling this year. I've no idea how far I'm going to get. I don't want to do it in a rush. I'd like to just take my time, travel around the system and explore it more fully. When I travelled around previously, it was a bit of a case of like travelling like for a couple of hours every day, and that was great, but it's hard to it's better to slow down and stop and look around you, so I think there'll be more video opportunities if I do it that way. So that is this year's plan, to try and travel. So I get the feeling that 2019 is definitely going to be a make or break year for me, one way or another. It's worrying and it's very stressful, because there isn't really a plan B. Literally, and I'm not making this up, literally my current plan B is to live in a tent. And that won't be very nice, I know that. But I can't go back into mainstream society after all these years. I would just do my head in. So hopefully it won't come to that, and we'll go from strength to strength, and we'll be all right, all being well. Anyway, I think that's probably... It's a very difficult vlog to make this, because my thoughts are sort of all over the place on this matter. So it's hard to say what I really think and feel about it all, but I think I've conveyed the gist of it. So thank you for watching. Do stick with me for this year. Should be an interesting one either way, and see you next time.